Hey everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And last time we had just finished off with, not there, here. We had just finished up Justice for All. So we have finished Ace Attorney first. We moved on to Justice for All. Now we are on Trials and Tribulation, the last game of the trilogy. So we are going to go ahead and start off with this. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories. Mia, right? This is Mia, I think? It looks very much like her, if not. Huff, 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 puff. Arg. How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? Oh, it's Phoenix. And a man. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you, for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying, come on. Just listen to me, come on. There's something you need to know about that girl. What is it? Stop it. Don't talk to her like that. Like, oh. Oh! Did I kill him? For saying bad things about her? Phoenix. It wasn't me. I didn't. I didn't do it. Oh my. I didn't know Phoenix killed someone. 5 years earlier, Mia faced second trial. Wait, are we Mia? April 11th, 9:40 a.m. We are Mia. Okay, okay. Whew. Finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, how you doing? Good morning. Mia, please calm down, please. You're gonna get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Come on. Let go of my lapels. Oh, you obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I am Marvin Grossberg. I am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. And quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. What? And you already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that. You see, I mean, of course I have. I think, oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see, the poor young man in the pink sweater over there, that's our client. It's Phoenix. Cough, sniffle. Good morning there, everyone. Okay, Phoenix. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Phoenix. Try to keep smiling, okay? He doesn't look that stupid. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. Yep, no problem. Oh, gosh, he's sick. Oh, don't get me sick, please. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers? People who'll screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what the mask is for. My doc says that I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright. Yeah, you'll have nothing to fear in court today. Come on. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. Oh, that's right. He's the one on the trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous, yes. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey, and I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Traumatized? It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm gonna win. For my client and for myself. Okay, 10 a.m. now. Oh, always the same judge. We might change prosecutors and defendants and victims and whatnot, but we always have the same judge. And he never looks a day over however old he is. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Gross would be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of emergency. Emergency, huh? But isn't that him standing right next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Come on, don't let him scare you. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. That was her toughest look, really? Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Babysitting? Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Really? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a 14-year student studying pharmacology. That sounds like he was a very bright young man, yes. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Oh, wait. That looks like a power cord came down and hit him. There's also an umbrella. So, he was holding an umbrella, and it looks like the cord hit the umbrella and possibly shocked him to death? Maybe? Okay, students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, they then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. Court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that the victim died a rather unusual death. Unusual, you say? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Sorry. Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? What? I don't want to. Simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a genteel man, if you will. What? Stand up to him, Mia. Come on, show him what you're made of. A perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much, please. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now, see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Yes, the tab, the court record. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good, hard look at the data there. And think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Gotta stay calm, Mia. Come on. I can't let that prosecutor get the best of me. Court record. Okay. So let's look at the tab. Now then, would you, the attorney for the defense, please answer the question. What was the cause of death? Fatal electric shock. It would be a fatal electric shock. Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution. But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super-powered stun gun, perhaps? No. The answer to that will become crystal clear as your trial proceeds, Your Honor. But therefore, before that, there is one more vital issue. And what is that, huh? Motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood, you say? What do you mean by that? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this, but the guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, and if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. You know, I think in every single game we've played, he's the first one we go against. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons are found in the court records. Find the evidence you need, and then shove it in old Graybeard's face. Graybeard? Yes, sir! Into old Graybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Come on. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are also, well... you can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab, so be sure to go over it all. Let's see what I've got. What was the cause of the bad blood? Okay, so go to profiles. A third-year art student, currently has a cold. Fourth-year pharmacology student at Ivy University. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend dated the victim up until 8 months ago. That's the reason why. So, Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay, so it's because of Dahlia. So, we go ahead and present this. Take that! The reason for the bad blood between the two was this woman here. It's always a woman. No. Dahlia Hawthorne, it is. Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked it up at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But, up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly she had some part to play in the story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it would please the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. Court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. He has a little bit of cold still. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No. He means what you did before you were arrested. Oh, achoo! I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected of the death of your fellow student? But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... Achoo. Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us, please? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. The victim and I... I admit I was there. But I'm not the killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. That sounds like you know him. Stuck-up British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim? Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. Looks like the judge understands. Good. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? Ha. It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And what would that be? This witness still has to undergo something called the cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right. And it's a duty to carry out the cross-examination, the defense's duty. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Okay, contradictions, got you. If a witness is lying, their statement will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client! Even if he is your client, in the court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now, that there's a lie, a contradiction, you say? Now then, your cross-examination, if you please. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you weren't lying. You wouldn't do that to me. Would you? Okay, we're going to press on all this. I admit I was there. Okay, press. What are you doing there? When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyways. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Achoo, 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 achoo. Anyways, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence, I swear. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, But I'm not a killer. All I did was find the body. You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other student that notified the police. Other student? That's correct. They were the witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Come on. Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I saw the body. But I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean, so which is it? Do you know him or not? Now see here! You can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me? Why didn't you tell me that before? Come on. I heard he used to date, Dolly. Who's this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be Dahlia? Dahlia. Ah, yes. Young love. So bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. Stuck-up British wannabe. Okay, that sounds like you have something against him. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that he's a victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? At you. Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not the killer, I swear. Calm down. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it you knew the victim was, or as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well, he was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on his back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene, the Union Jack, I mean? Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime. Oh, no. Didn't he have a jacket on? That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true. Cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor. Who is this person anyways, this Union Jack fellow? Oh my gosh. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag, Your Honor. Come on. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? No. As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about that bit just now? Mia, there's a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg. Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, check the court record. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage that on your own? I can handle it. 1 year ago, I was in the courtroom just like this. I can do this. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Okay, one more time from the very beginning. Okay, Union Jack. So, if we look here, and we look at the picture here, he is wearing a jacket, not a Union Jack. So, we can go ahead and present that. Yeah, sorry, Phoenix. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure it was right there on his back, yeah. Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. Yeah, Phoenix. It's almost like you were lying. Or misremembering. The Union Jack was on the back of his t-shirt he's wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that's really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath the jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me! Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Mia, you made our client cry. Let him that P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lie for me. It's quite clear this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? Yes, your client might be found guilty now. By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have rather a bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... Yes, that's right. It kills colds good. Wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Ha ha ha. What do you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Oh, well, actually, it seems to I've lost it. He dropped it at the scene of the crime, didn't he? He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Yeah, I think it does. Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at the crime scene photo. It's in his hand! In the victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Phoenix Wright's fingerprints are all over it. Fingerprints! What? This is not looking good for you, Phoenix. Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so, only to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Oh. Order in the court, come on! Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo of bottle as evidence. Very well, court will accept them into record. Okay, so we got both the picture and the bottle. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased to function when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks! My poor, poor hemorrhoids! Oh gosh, this guy. Mr. Grossberg. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. We talked for a bit, then around 3 we split. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I had been taking Cold Killer X for 2 to 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Around lunchtime, you say? Did you eat lunch with him? Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Mr. Svei, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. We have to get to the truth. Okay. He called you, you say. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. Dolly person? Kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart. What? What was that for, Mia? Oh, sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before we meet Mr. Wright, that is. Before we met Mr. Wright, that is. So, it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. Pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, we were both there on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. Alchemist, I see. I gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. How fascinating. It sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. Maybe I should ask him for some more details. Ooh, wait. Let's look in the... He died around 3, so 15 minutes later. Huh. About timing of the meeting. So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Pretty sure that's what time class ends. But there's always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments, you say? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3, we split. 3 was when he died. So what was it that you were talking about? You know, achoo, cough, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again? Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back, okay, in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why do you go back? I thought maybe we could make up. Such a good guy. Such a good fellow. Achoo. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Okay, been taking Cold Killer X for 2 to 3 days. Rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open in the early spring, huh? Suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meal, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle around lunchtime. Okay. On the accident, what did you do for lunch? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Youch. Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Well, Mia, I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions. The boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural-born liar. But still, we can't have him continuing to spout nonsense. I know. What can I do? I am certain he must still be hiding something. Information, alright? Okay. Ooh, okay. So, was this the one we could talk about the pharmacology department? Yes, here it is. Strange machines and everything. So, about the pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Okay, I don't know much about it, though. little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines to run high voltage electricity. That's right. They sure seem dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there's high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. High voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met approximately the time of the death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by your explanation about the medicine bottle drop earlier. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright, okay? Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean by that? Huh? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. Huh? However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor? How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victims electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon was been produced yet. Well, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swall killed? I know! I saw the electrical cable. If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this. A murder method. Your Honor? Yes, Miss Faye? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard of until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive! Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie! Okay. But even a beginner like you must understand the basics. An attorney must be able to substantiate their argument with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Faye, let's see what you got. Show me how you believe the victim died. Okay, so this one here has the electrical cord, okay? So, we're going to present this. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it pretty well. Oh, what? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this a bit more. Miss Faye, please... Oh, the exact murder weapon. The electrical cord. Well, naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we heard? The machine the pharmacology students use require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable. Yes. Oh. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about that? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now. Okay, the victim cause of death may indeed have been the high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about it. What that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. It could have just snapped, okay? It could have just happened. That much is certainly true. No. Yes, and that is not all we have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Phoenix Wright was a murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints that were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The umbrella, I'm guessing. Okay, he's wearing a leather jacket. As you know, leather hold fingerprints quite well. You mean... Yes, it was quite clear and printed on the chest area of the victim's jacket. A palm printed the defendant's own hand. I can only think of one way that Mr. Phoenix could have left that print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. What if he tried to push him away from it? Or maybe he was checking for a pulse afterwards? That's another option. Order, that's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue this cross-examination. Come on. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg. My hemorrhoids never lied. The show is over, Mia. Oh, no, it's not. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of the man's guilt. Your Honor, at this time I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Hold it! Objection! Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Fay, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end. We're already established the defendant's guilt. Come on. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further... Cough, cough. I did it. I admit it, I pushed him. It's my fault. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Talking about Dahlia. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Oh, it all makes sense now. He didn't mean anything to kill him. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we are all absolutely convinced you are. Please, please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear, I'll tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He said he really did push the victim. I feel like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. Oh no. When I pushed the victim. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At the moment I heard some loud noise. A little while after I left, I started getting worried. So I went back, but he was lying there dead. To be fair, I didn't notice him wearing a leather jacket when he pushed him there. I can't remember actually. Well, explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him back, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that is, as they say, that. A simple explanation, indeed. Yes, yes. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim had been more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. I don't know about that. Miss Fay, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some sort of evidence that will prove it. Okay. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. Okay, so what kind of things did he say? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. A bad girl, okay. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Fay, you heard him yourself. Oh boy. You're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyways, after he said that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Okay. Can you tell me about what happened in a little bit more detail? He just said what he wanted to say to me. Yeah, he's not wearing a leather jacket there. I don't think that's a leather jacket. I think that's just his shirt, right? And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. Ah, so that's how he saw the Union Jack. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a frenzy. Yeah, I don't see any electrical cords broke right now. I just gave him a light, gentle shove in the chest. And he tumbled over. And when he did that, there was no severed cables anywhere to be seen. Right! There is nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't the guy steamroll over you like a cheap asphalt? I believe what's important here is the moment he push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, please. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. Like a lightning strike, maybe? And what would you say the loud noise was? I'm not sure. Or thunder, I guess. It's really loud, like snap. You know? Come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. It doesn't make a snap, I don't think, an electrocution. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? Ask in more detail. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, okay? So try really hard to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it be? Could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. That would be it. And it cracked. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That's probably the noise I heard. Umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yep, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and fragile, kind of like the owner. Wow, Phoenix! Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was kind of soaked to the bone. Huh, Mistress Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Of course there's something important. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit to the cheap umbrella to your testimony. After I shoved him, he fell on top of his umbrella. So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of the umbrella, and you are certain of this. Yeah. It was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up all night knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the homemade symbol of our love. Oh, my stomach! It's not to be used as a personal soccer ball, Mia. Oh, I'm so sorry. I felt like punching something. Continue on your testimony, witness. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. After you shot the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it, I was furious. You left without checking Mr. Swallow's condition? Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. So I went back and he was lying there dead. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Cough, cough, chew, chew. What? No, nobody. Can you... That stupid cough possibly sound any phonier. In that case, very hard to believe someone else would have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from the testimony, my dear, I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever. Okay, help find a contradiction. So I think whenever he's talking about the umbrella... Oh, wait, okay, we need to go back. The cheap umbrella. Okay, so when we look at the picture here, the umbrella is not underneath him, okay? It's all over to the side. He's got his leather jacket on, and the electrical cable is snapped. So I feel like... Wait, let's check this one too. Okay, let's check this too to make sure. Yeah, that's only the clock. Ooh, wait. The clock stopped. Oh, it's about a little after 3. Okay, so that's probably how they figure out the time of death. So yeah, I think this would probably be it we need. The umbrella's not under him. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at this crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the umbrella fell on top of his umbrella. Oh, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. However, look at this closely. The umbrella is nowhere near the victim, actually. It's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right, Mia. Yes. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell, in other words. After he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No! It's all falling apart for him. Order, order. The victim, he moved. He was alive. The umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police, the crime scene. I want it presented as evidence immediately. Yes, found broken near the electrical pole at the crime scene. But the umbrella could have simply been blown by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. It would not have been blown away. But I know this matter of umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment. No! His hair. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in a prosecution case by the defendant's testimony. Phoenix's testimony, okay? Victim fell on top and a loud snap that happened. Well done, Mia. Well done. Mr. Payne, what are you cluckling about? Chucking about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. Exactly. And this witness' testimony will be in contra... Oh, okay. You okay. Well, who is this witness? Miss Dahlia was there. Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly. I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Oh. I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Huh. Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop. Court will now return after a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will return to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. April 11th, 11:52. Phoenix, you can't lie to me, okay? Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy! You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dahlia, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's about love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side anyways. One day, she and I bumped into each other at the end of the room downstairs. The reading room. That's why I really thought it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here! Take a look at this! She gave it to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. She gave it to you as a present, I see? This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright. Makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. He shows it to everyone. A small bottle necklace. Okay. Anyways, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What? What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia was 8 months ago. Wouldn't have to have been August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How do you know? This happened on August 27th. Right here in the courthouse. A newspaper clipping. Murder in the courthouse. Oh. What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases. Am I correct? I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. I want to do whatever I can to help you, Mia. Well, it looks like the recess is about over. We better get moving. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. It seemed much shorter to me. To be continued! Oh, next time. So, I'm wondering if Dahlia ended up poisoning someone. Let's go ahead and make a save down here. So, first episode, Turnabout Memories, episode 1, part 1-1 trial is done. Next time, we'll continue on with part 1-2 trial. So, the second part of the first trial. So, we are Mia in the past trying to save our own Phoenix Wright from what we play in the future. And we're trying to make it so he doesn't get, like, caught. I mean, there'd be, like, a paradox thing if we didn't end up, like, getting him, like, a non-guilty verdict, I feel like. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time, where we learn more about the case between Dahlia and our own Phoenix Wright. So, bye-bye.